Yay. All right, we're live. We're live. Okay, let's go. What's up, chat? It's your boy, Fall on My Blade. Um, I'm gonna be GMing today. We're playing Tiebreaker, all black everything. You know what it is. I was live after two. Oh, geez. I'm the streamer. Yeah, you follow me at Follow My Blade on Twitch, and we're gonna just pass it up to the rest of our cast today. I'll start with Sen.
Oh yeah. Also, hey everybody, it's Sin, of the he and they pronoun, playing Sendo, also of the he and they pronoun. In today's episode of Tiebreaker.
Yeah, and my man, Scholastic Dragon. Holla at him.
What and to golf. Hey, what's up, everyone? I am CJ, aka Scholastic Dragon. You can find me on Twitter at Scholastic Dragon. That's Scholastic like the book fair. Dragon like the mythical creature. Just drop the O. Yeah, you'll find the rest of my links there. And I play ES Maddox today
Cool.
on Tiebreaker.
Today on Tidebreaker. And today on Tidebreaker, our big homie, Big Foxy, is a little under the weather today, so we are going to be playing without them today. And yeah, so they're still around helping us with technical support stuff as needed, but yeah, they're not really up to the whole performance thing today. So with that said, let's get rolling. All right. So last session we had some folks chasing after Send, and ES had a little conversation with Chip about the bills not being paid and whatnot, and they had a run in with some unidentified assailants, and ES punched a couple of them through a big ass steamboat and kind of ate somebody. And so we're going to open up a couple of hours after, assuming they all went home and went about their business. So let's start with Sin. So tell me what Scheme is doing.
Schema at this moment is probably going like that's what you like thinking somewhere between what the hell was that? And also that's what you get. Who uses words like sympathizer? Really? Wait, what do they think this is? I don't know if Marvel exists in this universe, but I would make a reference to it if it did.
I feel like you can make a reference to a Marvel equivalent.
And like,
No, I don't know. I don't think like steampunking like 90s comic books like really admits as far as
like,
like universal interactions go, but y'all got hope.
uh,
Make it happen if you want.
like, you know, what do they think this is a registration program? Rude, rude. Um, mm,
Fabulous.
and then kind of the immediate thing being like immediately trying to find out, like trying to get home to the computer because now I need to go into investigator mode to find out how much these people might know, but also like I got a message from someone who sent me here. I need to figure out if they knew what was going to happen when I came here.
Okay. So you're on your way home then?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you pass by ES's gym. You head down through the alley to the sounds of pistons pumping and the usual things that you're much accustomed to.
Question: This sensei, do you have my number?
No, no, I actually don't think I do.
I'm going to amend that because if this is a problem, it will probably be an additional problem at some point.
Yeah, definitely. And just quick exchange. Unless you want me to make up a phone number.
8675309.
09. That's exactly what my phone number is.
All right. So that said, you guys switch phone numbers and
Mm-hmm.
continuing your walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're heading down the path you went down. So it's like basically the only way to your house is like through an alley that cuts across from ES's gym. You go through, like, you can hear the pistons, you can see the steam like pumping out of the thing. There's smells of people cooking, you know, like grease and fruits and all the particular sensations and whatever of going through the city life. You can hear like some like cars kind of like trotting by, just like all the thumps and beeps and noises of the city. And as you go through, like, there's like a cat crossing by your path or whatever, and eventually you make it home. What do you do?
Have I seen anything unusual on the way home? Or is this mostly just you get home without incident type of thing?
Depends. Were you looking for something unusual?
The only thing that I would be looking for as far as unusual is like, are there any more of these people like following me or anything like that? Because I don't have any idea how many there were. There were four at the market. There were like a whole mob of them at the pier. I don't know how many of their operatives they still have.
Give me an intuition roll.
Okay, in tuition roll. Oofles. I'm gonna have to amend that during whatever break we have. But you know what? The internet is a place full of wonders. So those are D6s, right?
Yelp 'em.
Okay.
Ooh, tension, suspense. Did they
There
notice things?
were there were no successes on that. So yeah, that's fun.
Okay, so as you're passing along, you're kind of distracted by the smells, and they remind you of a time that was a little bit more pleasant than a half hour ago. Tell me what you were thinking about.
Um so wigs, dresses, and Godzilla movies.
Okay, cool. So, as like the sound of actual kaiju like screaming inside your imagination, somewhere along the line, your thought process kind of goes over to wings or whatever. It's like, I wonder what Rodon would taste like. um, you eventually make it to your house, and you get to the door, and then suddenly you hear something. So it seems that you've got my invitation. Sorry it didn't turn out the way I was expecting it to.
I don't immediately turn toward the voices. Just go, um, you could have just asked.
I did, but you know how these things go. Have to stay covert. Too many eyes.
I make a slow turn to see who is talking to me.
It is a man that looks straight out of a 1920s novel. He's wearing a very long gray trench coat, six buttons on either side, just going down the two sides of his coat, and he has a red tie and a trilby. He's currently smoking a, oh, I'll say like a oak pipe, like one of them like joints with the little cups at the end. He takes a drag, turns his head, blows it off to the side, and then you can kind of tell that he's doing like a quick visual sweep of the area just to make sure that things are fine. But he's trying to play it off like he's just,
Casually looking around.
yeah, casually looking around.
So, well, your invitation wound me up in the middle of a very unfortunate situation with people who were apparently not as pleasant in their invitations.
Well, thankfully, the two shifters were with you. It seems that they handled most of it. Wasn't
Well,
expecting your output, though.
right. Do you want to, on any level possibly, explain any of this? I'm
Well,
assuming you have some kind of scientific knowledge if you know things about these people or about me for that matter. But what about all of this?
I can't claim any access to scientific knowledge personally, but the people I work with, on the other hand, we've been following you and your friends for quite some time, and I just needed to know that you were on the level. Your transactions have been monitored very closely, and there were some concerns.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
were the concerns about fashion? Because listen, I can't wear all the really cool stuff that I make.
no, but there were concerns of a particular fashion, if you catch my drift. The people you've been investigating.
There's a raised eyebrow when he says of a particular fashion, and then there is like when he says, when he explains the rest of that sentence.
Yes. So, are you familiar with the work of Dr. Yazir Rashid?
Not as familiar as I'd like to be.
Then maybe I could be of assistance to you. Think of it as our apology for the unfortunate incident that just occurred.
I'm listening.
Follow me. We have to go pick up your friend, but we're going to need to take a detour first. I have a suspicion that you two weren't as thorough as we'd have liked you to be.
So you want me to go back to the place that I was ambushed, which you're going to stay with me this time. Is that what I'm understanding here?
I'm going to take you through a secure route, and we will signal your friend in our ways. And once my operative has contacted your associates, there will be another place that is a little safer to talk to. But the more we spend time asking questions of each other, the more danger we'll be in.
Um, I'm not going to ask you another question. I'm going to give you a warning. You understand from what you have seen that this person will put you through a wall. I would suggest that you tread carefully, but why not? If this is what's happening so far, I have no doubt that people that are probably just as secretive or otherwise as you are probably also following me.
Exactly.
Uh, uh,
And treading carefully is my MO. You've nothing to worry about from me. So, if the verbal jabs have can stop, then perhaps we can continue. He turns around and flares his coat dramatically, takes another puff, and then takes a step forward.
Me.
Yeah. Listening for your footsteps, he waits for you to take at least 2 steps before continuing,
I
and
take
then
three.
starts walking forward. He takes another two. He's making sure to be at least 3 or 4 steps ahead of you, enough to make it seem that you guys are going down the same path, but you're not quite together.
I take just as a test. I have a moment where I take a couple of steps and we're pace for just a wee bit, and then I stop moving just to see what he does.
He keeps walking forward and stops at a newspaper stand, grabs a newspaper, buys himself a coffee, and orders himself a coffee roll. And then he walks over to a bench, sits down, and then kind of glances over at your direction while sipping his coffee.
I just I'm just
Pastries,
like,
very good. Thank you, Hannah. It's been a while. The attendant at the coffee stand looks back at the man and she goes, "Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving you, sir. So, what brings you over here?" "Oh, I don't know. Just figured I'd do some socializing today." "Oh, well, that's nice. Anyway, thank you for your business. Hope to see you again soon." "Oh, you can count on it. I have a feeling that business will be a little bit more booming in this district."
I just kind of peep the vibe, and I'm like, we appreciate and we appreciate the observation here, and keep walking in the direction of like basically in the direction that I came from, but keeping an eye on where he turns.
So, he continues down the way he was going, keeps look and he doesn't make it obvious that he's looking towards your direction, but he turns down another alley and then you can hear footsteps above you. What do you do?
So, um, if we have the steampunk equivalent of a cell phone,
Hmm.
what I do is I pull out the cell phone and put it in front of me at like an angle so that basically it looks like I'm looking at the screen, but there's nothing on screen, just the reflection of whatever the sky would be.
You can see that he's at the top of a fire escape looking down at you.
Okay. I just keep walking forward to see what's happening and making motions at the phone like I'm checking things, but not actually checking things.
Okay. You can kind of see in the reflection that he's walking up to a patio table and he puts down his newspaper, the coffee mug, and then after a moment he kind of disappears from view for a moment. But you can see that there was a stairwell that would lead down into the apartments in this building. So you
Mhm.
can kind of guess where he's going to emerge from if he happens to go down the way you're thinking.
Okay. Um, so I just keep walking, mostly with the let me make like trying to keep like, my senses open, but also trying to be in the same vibe of try not to be obvious or what have you. At some point I just put away the phone, assuming that he will just appear where he appears.
Yeah, he appears where he appears. He keeps going, um, and he gets a little bit closer to the town center where where you were going to meet ES. Then he takes a sharp right down the way where you originally saw the people that were coming to assault you.
Okay. Um,
And then he kind of stands in that alley and he waits.
I take a moment and find like if people are walking in that direction, just kind of blending in with the like wave of like people and foot traffic and all that other stuff before turning into that alley.
Hmm. He notices.
Well, I mean, I hope he notices. I don't want other people to notice.
Oh, yeah, you blend in perfectly. You're not doing anything weird.
Okay. Um, so um, I just kind of look at him, but don't say anything. Like, now what do we do?
We continue walking. And then he continues walking. He's cutting down the side street alley, and he keeps going. Similar smells, sensations, sounds as the path that you went down to your house. It's like the area is still familiar to you. It doesn't seem like he's going anywhere particularly um, onerous.
So I just continue to follow. Most of my dialogue is internal because it's kind of a you're intentionally trying not to look like you even know me out here. So asking you a question right now, probably a bad idea. Given the organization you work for, probably classified. Your name, probably not even real or classified. I don't even know if you have fingerprints at this point. You probably work for the Men in Black.
You
I
have
think I'll be fine
another
for a day or two without a shower.
you have another thought that pops into your head. If only it was that simple.
Oh no.
Nothing to worry about.
I think for I'm is this a like a voice that I'm hearing in my mind?
More of a sensation that gives you the feeling of what he just said.
Okay. So trying to like most of this is you would see like the kind of like quizzical moment of being like, what was that? Just crossed my face, but I don't say anything for a second. And then I think the better of it and go like, yo, pull out my phone, look at the screen. What was that?
He stops for a moment, um, realizing that your pace slowed down while you were being confused.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That's an involuntary effect of my aura. It calms people, or at least it tries to.
I put the phone away and I keep walking, just kind of with an acknowledgement of just being like, ah, at this point, Sendo is mostly, I think for now, I'm just going to go along with things. I have lots of questions, but probably now is the worst possible time to ask them.
Yes.
Also, I wonder if I can learn how to do that later. I need to figure out how that works.
Yep.
The rest of my brain is just consumed with like the myriad theories for bioengineering because that's one of my specialties. Yay! Of bioengineering that would make something like this possible.
You have a feeling that kind of like shoots up your spine that gives you this feel, gives you this sensation like, of course I can. I'm more than capable, and I'm safe right now. So, as you emerge from the side street, you're now in more of like it's upscale as far as the depot is concerned. It's definitely not the most like it ain't the Ritz, like it's clean as far as the depot is concerned, but this is where most of the government buildings and things are. You see more people in business casual versus the more just kind of like gym wear and people like just in their casual attire, you know what I'm saying? As you're walking. Okay, it's a little safer here. Everybody just kind of talks in code in this district anyway, business secrets and whatnot. So if we keep walking, we're gonna go about a block further. And if my timing is correct, we should be bumping into my associate just about. Oh my god! Cinda, what are you doing here? Um, it's Chip.
Oh, Chip.
hmm Yes, his
Oh,
assistant.
oh, okay. Well, just taking a casual afternoon stroll, as you do. Um, but nice to see you out here. Also, what are you doing here?
Well, I needed to take care of some things for my work, and he knows. Oh, well, we. I told ES to stay low. Um, shit. Okay, sir, I'll be right back.
Well, if it is of any consequence at all, like part of the not saying hello is probably my fault. Maybe.
I. He knows. It's definitely. I could never blame you. I just can't. Anyway, so the office then, sir? Yes. 10 minutes. 5. And she starts to kind of sprint down the street. She's got a bag of groceries in her hand. Like you can see like an onion like rolling down out of her bag, and she's like visible sweat, like just popping off of her head like an anime character. And she sprints down the road. So while we wait for her, why don't I get you a drink? Do you like coffee?
It's been a very long time since I've had a proper coffee. I don't know if it would even have the amount of punch it used to, but I do miss the flavor. So, sure.
Yes. From what we were able to collect, you like vanilla roast, yeah?
Well, the information is accurate, whatever file you keep it in.
Files. And he quickly kind of quiets himself for a little bit because you can kind of tell that he's not the kind of man that is particularly comfortable with showing his emotions at all, even when he's amused by things. So he continues. Thankfully, we have some of the best coffee in the city right next to our office. Um, come this way. Let me order you a cup. Joe, good to see you again. Um,
Hold
one.
on. A cup of coffee from a person named Joe. I am having a time.
Yeah. One vanilla roast, 2 creams, 3 sugars, and for myself, I'd like a mocha latte, no cream, 5 sugars. Yeah, right this way, sir. It's 2 seconds. So, would you like your lollipop too, sir? Not today. Um, I think I don't have enough sugar for one moment. Had some earlier. Well, yeah, you do like your drink, sir. So just here. So you said vanilla roast, right? Yeah, yes. Vanilla roast. And don't forget my 5 sugars in my mocha. Oh, absolutely, sir. No problem.
I ha I have a really hard time hiding a smile at this moment because the Boca has 5 sugars. It's just the irony between this person and their personality and the sweetness of what they have just ordered.
Yeah. So, Joe kind of his hands are a little shaky because he's like nervous but not like afraid, right? When he gives the drink to you and then he gives the drink to the man. Fabulous. Um Now just right through the door please and we can get to business. Soon as Chip gets back.
I have the smallest sip of the coffee just to taste it. Um,
The
then
vanilla is
mhm.
really fucking strong. Like you haven't had vanilla like this since the first time you've had it. Like you have like a memory of like one of your parents like actually cracking open a vanilla bean and pouring it like right into your drink for you and then mixing it in with the coffee grounds and then pouring the water over it. Like this is the freshest fucking coffee you've had like in forever.
I just kind of look at Joe and go, "This coffee, like your branding, very on point."
Thank you, sir. We aim to please. Please come again.
I think I will. Before stepping into the room that our mysterious voiced noir friend has pointed me toward.
When you step into the room, it's got like a 1970s Austin Powers kind of like waiting room kind of vibe to it. Like the walls are a kind of like a burnt orange with lampshades that are just a couple of tones off. Um, it looks like an interior decorator had come in and designed the room just to give that sort of like warm but not too hype feel to it. It's welcoming, but it's also like, you're here for business. Like it's got a very curated feel. There's a table that's kind of shaped like a teardrop with like a lava lamp on it and two tan couches on either side of the room with some various paintings. They're just kind of like nondescript, sort of like impressionist kind of paintings, like the kinds that you would see like in a psychiatrist's office. Um, and the room is sort of like a flat kind of hallway, but a little bit wider that leads to an elevator on the right side at the end of the hallway, and then a like tighter hallway that goes down where you can kind of see a couple of doors on either side of the room. What do you do?
I find a place to sit and enjoy this coffee.
The man sits on the other side of you at his own table, and he goes, "Well, it's been 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Chip must be off her game today. This ES individual must be very interesting."
Well, I'm pretty sure you have seen just as Chip has, so you would be correct. Um, I just have a question before I get into this and start asking several questions. How much of what I'm going to ask is classified?
At that point, the scene ends. 5 minutes ago at ES's gym. What are you doing?
I think ES would be like kind of well, ES didn't really get injured. So I think ES is it's like nighttime, right? Or is it like the middle of the day?
I'd say it's about 5:22.
Yeah, feels right. I think ES would be like getting ready to. Oh, I don't know how open gyms are, but I think ES would honestly be closing up the gym for the day, given that they just basically got fucking jumped. And it's like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I could fight back. Clearly, I can fight back, but it'd be better if I at least make my space a little bit of a haven today, or at least somewhere that others can't get caught. So, just closing it up for the day, like putting a sign on the door, sending pager messages to people saying, like, oh, no class today, like, getting up tomorrow early, come in if you want to, like, get your time in, and just kind of like looking over the papers that they've been left, like their end of the work that Chip didn't take.
Cool. All right. And the moment you start thinking of Chip, she just happens to pop in.
Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Chip. I thought you went to work class somewhere that wasn't here.
I did go to work, but funny thing about that is that my work led me back here. So she puts the bag of groceries on the counter, and she goes, "Well, yes, oof, jeez, oh my God, golly, how do I? Could you, could you come with me? I
Am I about to get jumped a second time?
no, honestly." And she kind of like walks up to you and puts her hand on your shoulder.
I let it
Yes.
happen.
Yeah, you guys are comfortable enough where like she can do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
my friend, I'm really sorry, but I kept trying to tell you like you have to control your anger.
Hey, Chip, I'm gonna be real with you. When you speak like that, it's really hard for me not to think I'm not about to like get jumped. Are you about to? I'm like, is something behind? Like, look, something behind me? Like,
She pulls out her cell phone and she goes, "Look, you're safe, okay? I told you I've been trying to take care of you, okay? Just trust me. But we need to leave. And come with me, please.
okay, I'll I'll trust you.
That's all I could ever ask from you."
And ES is like very much hesitant, but like knows that they are like they'll be fine no
Mm,
matter what happens, but doesn't really understand what like the connection of what the weird thing that just happened like an hour ago versus like why Chip's being relatively cryptic.
cryptic, yeah.
Yeah.
So, she walks out the way she came in.
Follow.
Okay,
And
so
please.
you're outside.
Yeah.
She turns around. She gives you the smile where, like, it's one of them joints where it's like, it's warm, but she's also just like, you can tell she's kind of scared. And she just looks at you and sighs and she goes, "Oh, you really wouldn't get anywhere without me, would you?" She kind of like softly brushes you aside. She takes her door key and then she locks the door.
So
Every night,
odd.
yes. every night. And then she twirls the keys around in her hands. She kind of puts her hand through her hair, and she becomes a little bit calmer when she puts the keys back into her pocket. And she goes, "We don't have a lot of more time, so try to keep up, okay?" And she starts power walking back right down the way that the shady dude and Sen went.
I still nervously follow.
Okay, so same spiel that you got, Sen. Like same smell, same sounds. Um, Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. And she gets up to the business center just as you did. She stops by with Joe and she asks about getting you a coffee. Would you like a coffee?
No. They have water though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess the water's free. Do you mind with the disposable cups? Like, you're not one of those environmentally conscientious types, are you? Like, we get some of those,
Mm,
and it's really expensive.
There's a lot of things I could say, but for now I will take water. Yes.
Okay, he gives you a styrofoam cup with some water in it, and he goes, "Well, thank you for stopping by Joe's. Well, hopefully, maybe I could offer you some juice or something. Like we have we have frozen coffee juice things. Like I don't have a name for them yet, but they're pretty delicious.
You could just call it frozen juice. Joe's juice.
Joe's juice. Maybe it's time for rebranding. Chip, what do you think?" And Chip goes, "Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Well, you know, I I just like Joe's. It's a nice vibe."
Joe's. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to rebrand. You could just. I mean, you're Joe's, right?
Yeah. We've been Joe's for like 8 months now.
Yeah, you don't have to. You're still Joe's. I just mean the name for the juice, the frozen juice, Joe's juice. Get a cup of Joe's.
Cup of Joe's. Huh. I like it. It'll be something I have to take into consideration. So he like disappears into the back end of his little stand, and you can hear him scribbling notes down like frantically.
Yeah, I got. Chip, is this part? Is this part of the whatever is about to happen, or
No, I just thought you were thirsty. You had quite the workout about an hour ago, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Uh, Assuming the worst, you got anything to do with that in a way that matters?
It kind of saddens me that you would even ask. I've
And
invested so much of my time into you to put you into any situation that would harm you.
that's
I believe in you, ES.
yeah, I believe that. But a situation that harms and a situation that tests are two completely different things. I would know.
Then maybe you might want to come inside so we can have that answered for you a little bit more thoroughly.
Inside where? The juice shack?
She points right next door.
Oh.
Like she's literally standing next to the door and she's like,
Oh. Yeah, sorry, I was really hyperfixated on Joe's. They seem really passionate about juice.
he really is. I have a thing for passionate business people, not gonna lie. Oh my god. Anyway, she like disappears into the door.
Doesn't even understand. It's like, all right, yeah, Joe seems like good people. So it just like goes into
So you pop in and you see Sendo and Schema. God damn it! Why do I keep calling you Sendo?
Because
uh,
because that's my name.
oh, I thought it was Schema.
Oh, Schema is a nickname that I have.
Oh, cool. So I wasn't getting your name wrong. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, you see Sendo and a man that you don't quite recognize. Um, Shep is walking up to him and she's whispering something into his ear, and then she disappears down the hallway on the left.
Uh,
The guy doesn't look at you because he's still fixated on Sendo.
right.
Hmm. E.S. Maddox, was it?
Yeah. Uh, spooky cloak guy. I take it.
You're a little heavier than the files would have indicated.
Now, when you say that, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, it means I'm going to have to get adjusted to the way you want. He looks up at you, and you can see that his pupils are completely clear.
How clear we talking?
Like Raiden clear.
Oh, horrific, but cool. Yes.
Yeah, his eyes are just kind of gone. It's
Yeah.
why he wears the trilby.
Gotcha. I say, I understand.
Yes. Now with that out of the way, would you care to have a seat with your friend, please?
Mm, I guess so. Sendo.
I kind of like toast with the coffee that I have in hand. Joe's
Uh,
makes good coffee, by the way.
yeah,
Lots of
same.
vanilla.
I got some water. I would like to ask a question that I don't know if I can roll for, or at least just paying attention wise. Who who gave the coffee, like, and our drinks, or at least mine? Was it from Joe specifically?
Hmm.
Cool,
Joe
cool,
works by
cool.
himself.
Okay, cool. Uh, and I was able to like see Joe make the water.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna drink this and pass out or anything.
No. As far as you know, Joe is just ancient little proprietor that's really passionate about his juice and his coffee.
Okay. I love that for Joe. Uh, I say, got some too. Cool. I feel like, yeah, I guess he sips on the water and just, refreshing.
Yeah, it's cold. Doesn't taste like there's any sort of minerals in it whatsoever. It's just pure natural water. Like, um, you get this sensation that like he's really really particular about where he gets his ingredients from. So the man looks at you and he goes, "So, your suspicions alleviated of our friend Joe?"
Look at Sendo. What the fuck?
You just hear like a very loud, just a particularly loud sip of coffee, and then you just go, well, um, if you say that out loud, I'm just going to say, let's just say that I have learned a lot of things about communication today, and they have been interesting.
This
Yes.
place.
Um, Sendo, roll a witch check.
Oh God. Okay.
You can add any bonuses related to chemistry.
Ooh.
Um. So wait. Actually, how does that work? Um. because I don't have chemistry. I do have I only have bioengineering, which I
Close
mean that
enough.
might be more inclusive of, but here you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So wits, right?
Hmm.
And we have die number one, die number two. Why do all dice hate me everywhere? Die number three, and okay. Um, if I have chemistry bonuses, I have no idea what they are, unless they are in bioengineering or kaiju biology. I think those two might apply here, but I'm not sure how much.
Yeah,
Um,
they just make shit so you don't botch it.
okay. Okay, so I have two successes. One is a 5 and one is a 6.
Fabulous. All right. All I needed was one because this is something that you would have been able to pick up on pretty quickly, like if you were paying attention to it at all. You know that within the time that you took that coffee and you've been sitting there drinking it, about 7 minutes has passed. Which, if your drink had been spiked whatsoever, you'd have been passed out by now.
Hmm.
So, with that information, you can use it to help alleviate Yes's concerns.
Oh, is EES like have you expressed like open concern about what's in the coffee?
Oh, ES was saying, "What the fuck? Why?" Was saying, "What the fuck? Why did? How did? How did they know that I had concerns with the coffee? You've been here for longer than me, at least presumably for at least a minute or so."
Okay, so this is what I would like to do. Nerd wise, right?
Mhm.
Do I know enough about this biology to give like a probable and scientific explanation for how this alternate means of communication works?
Yep, you've
Okay.
kind since he told you that it's an empathy based aura.
Hmm.
Um, you can kind of gather the basics of how his power works.
Okay. And so, like, right before I get into it, is it based on, and like, I promise there's a good reason for me asking this. Is it based on things like um, electromagnetism, or is it based on pheromones?
Um, let's go with electric magnetism because, like, he sends kind of sensations up your spine.
Hmm. Okay. Well, summarily speaking, the different things that we think, that we feel, whatever, are conducted through our bodies as electricity, and this particular person has the ability to read those signals and also send those signals back to you that you understand as impressions, feelings, or things that are almost like, but not quite, sentences or words.
Ah,
That's
I
about the most
think
accurate description I've ever heard of my effect on people.
I, I think ES just puts the water down and just why am I here? What do you need from us?
I look at ES and I might have said, this might be the most out of character moment I have and go, ES, with the day that we've had today, you know why we're here.
Right. That's on me. What do you need us to do? Better question.
That was so flat. You're right. Oh shit. Okay.
ES is perpetually tired.
All right. So now that you're both here, I think it'd be appropriate for me to introduce myself. My name is Adams, and I'm here to help you, believe it or not.
What?
I am here, and then you feel the little pulse going up your spine to accentuate every single word that he's saying to help you. You feel a little bit more at ease. It's not like an invasive feeling at all, but it's just kind of like you have this you have this sensation that, like, if he were lying, you'd know. See, Sendo told you the tip of the iceberg of my effect. Part of it is that I can't lie. When you are within range of me, anything that I say will automatically be interpreted by your nervous system as truth or fiction. My emotions and your emotions are shared. So I can feel what you're feeling. I can't hear your thoughts, but I can get a gist of your reactions to me. In lieu of sight, it's a very helpful skill for me to negotiate, navigate. You understand?
Clear and clear. It's a little more understanding, or it's easier to understand than being able to turn into a giant creature. So yeah,
Yes, side effects. They hit different people in various ways. And that's what we're here about. Well, my condition is a little less obvious than others. Yours and your friend, who happens to be absent at the moment, are more difficult to hide from the public. And that's why I come to you with my concerns. Your friend Kana, he's he's missing. Did you see what direction he left? He went when he left.
no, I think he was the last one to leave.
Of course. And I'm pretty sure why. He reveals a little slip, kind of like a glass slide that you would see like a scientist have. And there's a couple of hairs on it. What do you do?
There's a couple of hairs on what?
The slide. There's a slide. It's a slide with hairs inside of it.
Okay. I'm gonna be a nerd here and seeing that slide be like, I want to have a look at this.
So you take it from him.
Sure.
Fabulous. When you see the hairs themselves don't look particularly unusual, but they do give off a very powerful odor.
Where did this hair come from?
It was found at the scene after you left, along with footprints walking towards the directions of the trail of hair. Somewhere about 100 meters west from there, the footprints stop, and so do the hair. We're concerned that your friend may have been taken.
Well, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? So, um, just as a note, DM, like, is this Kana's hair?
No, it's not Kana's, but we do believe it may be someone Kana knows.
Okay, you said there was a powerful odor coming from the hair. What does that smell like?
Rust
Rust.
and maple.
Do I know of any place that has that combination, like a junkyard, a pancake factory?
Well, you don't know. Sendo might.
Boy.
Well, let's see. This would probably mean that they're in a warehouse somewhere, probably in a low lit area so that things have time to oxidize. Do we have maple factories in this area?
Roll a wits check.
Roll a wits check.
Wits.
Do, 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 do.
Have
Okay.
anything related to investigation?
Do I have any, like you said,
Well,
wits,
you
right?
know,
Do I have
your
anything rolled to investigation?
no,
Um,
no, hold on. Your description kind of makes it fall under bioengineering again. So do that and add a stunt bonus.
okay, so what's a stun bonus? How many, like, is that extra die or what does
Yeah,
that mean?
one die.
Okay, one extra die. Let's do this. Do, 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 do. Okay, so successes are anything greater than four.
Mm-hmm.
We have three successes here.
All right, cool. Um, you know the exact location.
Okay.
So you know from doing your research that there's only one location in the depot that has maple trees, and it's by an old sawmill to the west of here. They import a lot of their cuts from other places, but they cut down a lot of the trees in the area to provide the wood and supplies for the rest of the colony.
Smells like a warehouse to me. Um, a particular one. Um, Not a maple factory though, thankfully, but is in a place that has a lot of maple trees. Do any of you
Well,
happen to know about that particular sawmill?
hmm, sounds like Jameson's.
Jameson's. That sounds delicious right now, but probably not what we're talking about. Right. So, actually, this would be a wonderful question to ask you. Um, hey, there are some people who seem to be intent on capturing us. Do you happen to know why exactly?
Yes, we know exactly why. There are anti-shifter groups in the area that have been seen active, and there was a sighting about an hour ago now of your friend eating someone.
Yeah.
We believe he was lured away by the scent of somebody close to him,
Mm,
and they used that to spirit him away. Based on your hypothesis, we do believe it is the Jameson's fat sawmill that he may be being held at. So, what I suggest is that you head there and make sure that you're cautious this time. No
hey,
displays of power.
can you level with us about just something just real quick, right?
Absolutely.
Um,
How can I be of
Considering how
service?
good all of you are at, you know, being stealthy, knowing things, finding people, all of that stuff, respectfully, of course. What do you need us for? I would really like to help here because Kana is involved, and I do want to be clear about that. But how did you decide that recruiting me to actually do the work of, I guess, essentially breaking Kana out of prison was a helpful thing to do?
Kana is a particularly strong shifter, as is ES. And your research into shifter biology could be very useful for helping us create a vaccine. Not all of you have the same level of control that ES and Kana do. For some, it has turned them not into hybrids, but full on monsters. I do believe that your friend may be tied to one of them. We wish to help them put an end to that suffering. Your knowledge and your friend's strength together could help the depot be restored to its previous prominence. But we can only do this if you're all alive. So, my associates would like to make sure that we can provide you with anything that you need to make this possible. For now, we're running a blanket screen operation to make sure that everything down it appears has been cleaned up properly and that the local reporters have been silenced. Non-violently, of course, but there will be no one snooping around for a while. We cannot cover up every incident that happens. That makes people tend to get more suspicious. So please try to be incognito.
I just look at ES and I don't say anything. There's just the read on my face is clearly like, so what are we doing?
I think ES kind of gives you a look back that says, "What else do what else could we do?" And then I think ES kind of stands up, stretches, and says, "So, be discreet, get our friend back, look pretty. Anything else?"
Chip comes back into the room and she goes, Adams, sir, it would seem that the students have been suddenly disappearing too. Do you think it might be connected? Yes, Chip, I do believe so. If it's the same group, then we can only assume that they're all sitting at the same place.
I'm sorry. Students? My students?
Yes,
Great,
they
great, great.
were
We
seen
are
promoting your gym, and we do think that anyone that was connected to you during this incident may have been captured for questioning, or
Great,
worse.
great. I don't even.
so we're dealing with a stealth mission and a hostage situation. Kinda, I'ma beat your ass.
We prefer that the injuries are not long lasting, but please do express your frustration with Kana in any way you seem necessary.
I feel that Kana will be understanding when that moment happens. Whew, okay.
You need. You need any of them alive?
We need them
No,
to
I
be.
don't. Oh, right, you weren't asking me.
We
Okay.
would need at least one for questioning, and the rest to be in one piece.
Sounds appropriate. And I think like you just kind of hear ES cracking fists.
Okay. I am probably terrible at this, but let's
You can
start with
see Adams visibly recoil at the sound.
um
Oh,
Please refrain from making any sharp noises while in my presence. It's
understood.
disconcerting.
um so what tools or things do we have? For example, because we're trying to be stealthy, um, maps or tranquilizer darts or things that we can use as distractions.
The
Because I have this.
sawmill is
Hmm.
isolated,
Hmm.
so it would be more of a matter of just not being particularly loud. It's been recently back into operations on a bi-weekly basis, as it were.
Aren't people going to be guarding it?
They're not, in fact, currently working this week.
Oh, so they just
Useful.
leave? They just leave people in there for a week?
No, they have homes just like you.
No, I mean like the hostages.
They were all gone today, soon after your class.
Mm. So
We
I
hear that you give quite rousing speeches.
Yeah.
um I assume that means they just don't expect people to know where to find people. Well, the element of surprise is always nice.
Yes, it is. They don't know that you're coming, and that's going to be your best bet. See, the number one rule of stealth is to not sneak. I thought that you were able to practice that with me earlier when you jumped into the crowd. Your feelings were quite loud during that little escapade of ours on the way here. Made you very easy to pick out.
I don't have very quiet feelings.
No, no, you don't. So, with that said, as long as you don't draw any attention to yourselves, you will be safe to go through the city until you reach the sawmill. But in the event that you see anyone else following you, do your best to give them the slip. They won't attack you again while you're in public.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
If they do, we have made some precautionary measures. You can hear a footstep stomping on the ceiling above you. That'll be fine, Jacobs. Thank you. Please make sure that the rest of your men are in position. Two more footsteps. As I said, precautionary measures spread across the city.
Hey, not for nothing here. Do you have a um do you have a laser pointer?
A laser pointer.
Mm.
I'm not sure what that is. Chip, a laser pointer. Um, I don't know.
Try to imagine a very focused flashlight.
Hmm, interesting concept. Never seen one before, though.
Hmm. Hi. This is your out of character reminder that there may be hiccups like this while I figure out how steampunk things work. Um, okay. Hmm. I could possibly make the first one. Do you have what things do you have that serve as light sources?
Well, we have these lava lamps. There's just fire, a little bit of gas, reflective crystals. There's, hmm. Butane.
Um, hey, so the question for you, probably very much against the vein of what Adams has just said, but player question: flashlight or flamethrower?
Hmm. Well, we have basic flashlights.
Okay, because this would be a wonderful time to take the lamp and hybridize it into something else with these materials. But I don't know if I want to I don't know if I can use the ability to make that a flashlight or a flamethrower because it also has butane and things that emit light and crystals that I can reshape for focusing that, by making them convex or concave surfaces.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm a
the
nerd. I'm
lava lamp
sorry.
the lava lamps in the room are made out of ruby, so you could use that as the reflective surface to focus the laser beam. Instead of a circuit board, it would just be, using whatever energy that you put into it with like a little kill switch or something. Your power could pull it off.
Okay. Then I guess here's the question. When you use hybridize, is that more of like a physical thing that takes time, more of a semi-magical thing, or is it just whatever we decide that we want that to be at the time?
It's whatever you want it to be at the time. For
Okay.
you, I'm guessing it's more of like a physical mutation kind of thing, sort of like a Full Metal Alchemist kind of joint. That's how I've been
Uh,
picturing it.
okay. Also, um, I think I'm gonna try to do that then. We're going to make the first of very strange technologies in the steampunk world. I'm very excited about this. Um, so um, I asked if they have um, any kind of tools on site, and I disassemble the lamp.
Yes, absolutely. We have screwdrivers, wrenches, pliers, um, anything you need.
Wonderful.
Hmm. I'm taking great interest in.
So like, they see me like breaking off pieces of the crystal and then trying to like sand them down into rough spherical shapes. Um, taking like a hammer and trying to like break the round parts into half so that they're like half spheres and rounding off those, then taking the material that the lava lamp is made out of and making it a more narrow and longer cylinder.
When you produce the sandpaper, Adams stops you for a second. Chip, the earplugs, please. Yes, right away, sir. Sorry about that. Thank you. Please, Sendo, continue. He's got sensitive hearing. He's blind.
No, 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 no. Like this is me thinking. Oh, this is the second time a node like this has been made. Very curious biology. Very useful. Probably has some kind of semblance of something like echolocation. Possibly. And I just continue sanding things. Sanding things and reshaping things until I have like like there's some extra parts left over, but I have like roughly a 6-inch long tube with the ruby at one end that the light could be focused through. And I kind of test this out to see if it works and just point it at a wall.
Yeah, I think it works fine.
There you go. Useful for indicating where things are, not powerful enough to harm anybody. Could be useful in situations if we have to distract somebody, maybe looking in our direction.
You take great joy in this, don't you?
I really do.
I can tell. It's my thing. Hmm. Oh dear, there I go with the feelings again. Anyway, if that's all, please feel free to come back anytime if you need more assistance. We'll be waiting.
Oh, well,
Chip,
I suppose that answers a wonderful question about where to bring Kana when we finally do, like, when we succeed at this, because I had no idea.
bring them back here. We need a word of them too, and a debriefing when you're done with your mission. Godspeed, Sendo. Yes. Chip, keep an eye on the SS gem and report back to us with any things that you discover. Absolutely, sir. I'll make sure everyone there is safe. Yes, please take care of yourself. And for God's sake, stay clean, okay?
I'll try.
I know you will. And then Chip kind of like sprints away, like still nervous kind of self. And the scene ends. And give me like a minute to kind of gather my thoughts real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, this would probably be a wonderful time to do this thing. Whoops, you already did it.
Huh? Yeah. So I'm gonna say that at the end of this scene, Sendo's question of finding the identity of who set them up has been completed because now you know it was Adams. Um, though it was more of a fervor questions kind of thing. I'm not going to add it to your goal because you already know, like, well, they're guiding hand basically, but like the bad ones. And
Oh, like who the people who kidnapped Kana are, you mean?
yeah, yeah, Adams gave you the information. Adams unfortunately set you up with that situation to try to smoke out the people that were hunting you down, but he didn't think that it would escalate to the point where like people were getting eaten and shit.
Whoops. My bad. We weren't we weren't expecting you to actually eat the bath salt. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, it was more just like, oh, like we'd sweep in, help them out, and kind of like, you know, like cover it up for y'all, and then introduce you. But like now, it's kind of like a big case that they have to do most of their power to just control media and shit at this point, so word doesn't spread out too quickly about fucking full blown shifters in the city.
Mm.
Thought that they had that controlled.
He was just
um,
like he was just like whoops.
yeah.
Oops.
Um, so on the other end, I didn't say it explicitly, but your goal for finding some support for your gym, yes.
Mhm.
We're gonna call that complete because
Yeah.
Adams is going to help you with the money.
Sick.
Yeah. He basically mentions it on your way out that they have a lot of resources. Like he kind of
Yeah.
hinted at it before. So just to make sure that you guys are all set so that you can help Rashim later. Like, yeah, your that subplot is going to be cleared up for you.
Sick, 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 sick.
As
You
far as
know, I asked Adams on the way out, have you thought about just, you know, do y'all do formal hiring here? Do we just like work for you now? Is that a thing?
You work for us as long as you're willing to, but we will
Uh,
make sure that you are compensated appropriately.
Well, considering everything that you know about my research, I could be here a while.
We hope so. And with that, we're gonna end the scene officially, and we're gonna go on break for let's say like 10 minutes, if that's okay with everybody. 'Cause-
Sounds like a plan.
yeah, all right. So, chat. Hope you guys are having fun. Please let us know your thoughts while we're gone. When we come back and read all the comments and stuff. We're having fun today, and we're just very happy to be able to provide y'all with some entertainment for today. And with that
Groovy.
said, we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, chat. What's good? Welcome back to Tiebreaker All Black Everything, where we were just getting introduced to our man Adams, and we found out a little bit about what he has in store for our reduce, reuse, and recycle crew. And where we're heading next is I'm thinking we're going to the Jameson Sawmill and see what's happening with Kana. And so I'm going to give the floor back to Sen. And yes,
Oh, as far as introductions and things go?
if you want to reintroduce yourselves again, that's cool too. But I was going to go more like, hey, what are you guys doing?
Okay. Well, you know something? Also fine. So what am I doing? Well, I have just finished making I possibly the world's first laser pointer. So that's fun. I am about to be either the friend or reviled enemy of cat and cat owners everywhere.
And potential cat people. We don't know if this world has them yet.
Also true. Aside from that, I am trying to remember what the saw if I've seen the sawmill before, what it might look like, and trying to think about like ways to do this because we're having to try to blend into things and also not be seen. Um, which makes me personally think of things, but trying not to be seen. So like that's where I'm at, like strategizing and thinking about like how what we're gonna do and what we might find there.
Okie dokie. So take a moment to do that. And while you're strategizing, what are ES's thoughts?
I think ES is thinking a lot about is very upset but not trying to show it. They're thinking about like the utter ridiculousness of this faction group in taking their students. They're just kind of chewing on that and trying to think like how am I going to do this without like hurting them and making this like the best case scenario.
Hmm. Yeah. Uh, that's some pretty heavy stuff. While you're thinking about that, though, let's get into a little introduction to our stealth mechanics since you guys are choosing to try to like explicitly like sneak by people to get the drop on your targets. If that's what I was picking up, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
cool. So stealth in Tiebreaker, everybody, is more of like a mini game than a single role kind of activity. The way it works is you are working against time and the alertness of the people that you are trying to get one over on. Okay, and so we're going to assume that there's a security level for non-sentient barriers and threats or whatever, and there's train guards. So the people that you are trying to get up on are definitely have some sort of training based on like how you were fighting them before. So you know that about them already. So there's no surprises there. So what we're gonna do is come up with some numbers, and then I'll tell you how the mechanic works. Give me like 2 seconds to go back through that. It's been a while since I've done the stealth stuff. Not gonna lie. Boo-doo, 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 boo-doo. Yeah, you're pretty much just traveling through the city Assassin's Creed style. So like there's not gonna be too much of like actual obstacles in your way. It's just more of you blending in without like slipping up. So okay, you're in there. This depends on your target's awareness. Blah blah. Okay, guys, this check you make while moving undetected, something like that. If you fail a check, then move up. However, you attempt to move the sound to line of sight. Higher on targets in the zone. This one says and may roll to negotiate. If they succeed, immediately move to aware. Whatever target gets makes success to pace check, but rolling it clear to make successes, then move up one step. Okay, yeah. So the way this works is as you're moving through the city, we're gonna say that you're in the business area, and I'm going to make one check per neighborhood that you cross through. Um, you're given some information about the fastest way to get to Jameson's. You're going to cross through the business district where you're in now, and then you're going to go through downtown, which is more of like the kind of upscaley neighborhood, and then you'll get to the industrial section where the Jameson's is located. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to have each of you make an agility check to get through the business district without being noticed. If you
Stop demanding athleticism from me.
This isn't so much athleticism. This is more you not like making noise or like doing something particularly conspicuous. Like if you want to use a different stack, you can give me a description of how you go through the area and without gaining too much attention.
I got one
This option is
success.
also for you, yes, if you want to give us a little bit more narrative about your um, espionage escapades, peep
I
They're
alliteration.
they're not very agile, but I did get one success.
Okay.
so okay. So it is, today in episodes of pleading your case. I would like to do the following. I would like to navigate places by trying to observe where people don't necessarily look like they're paying attention and choosing to walk through the city following like those lines or those trails of people.
Wait, repeat that. I'm sorry.
So basically, I just kind of want to, as I'm walking through, I'm looking or like trying to keep the spaces where it looks like people aren't paying attention to what's going on around them because they're reading a newspaper, absorbed in conversation, or whatever else they're doing, as opposed to paying attention to me. Um,
Fabulous.
I
I like it. So that feels more like a wits check. So go do that.
okay. We're gonna go do that, and its
And
success is anything greater than a 4.
yeah, and you're not trained in anything related to stealth or espionage bits at all, right?
No, I am not. Okay, I got 2 successes on that.
Your roll gains botch one for due to not having any skills related to keeping your
Okay,
head low. So
you know
for any
something? Fair enough.
any you got any ones in that die pool?
I do not have any ones in that die pool.
Okay, you're good. So that's just two successes then. So what happens is you're able to kind of move mostly undetected, but you notice that some people are starting to get a little bit more suspicious of you, and you see more eyes starting to come on the two of you. Like people aren't quite following you yet, but maybe move a little less unnatural. Remember, Adams did tell you that it's more about just moving and blending in without having to like be darting in between cover and shit.
And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, blending. We must
Yeah.
return to the dojo of blending.
Yeah, blending is just acting like you're not fucking being a goddamn secret agent. Turn off the James Bond music and just walk.
So, you know,
So,
basically, I tried to, like, it was one of those, okay, you know what? I am just going to behave as if I were just walking to the store for, like, more, like, Bang energy or what have you, whatever energy drinks they have in this universe, because I, like, subsist on those.
mhm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Wait, would humming that get us DMCA'd?
I don't know if they can't tell what you're humming. And
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
you're
like
wouldn't,
humming.
and you know something, here's the thing, I wouldn't tell them.
yeah, like let's
Yeah.
not. I definitely wasn't humming anything particularly owned by any particular company.
At
Oh,
all.
Yeah. Woo.
You're just
that was
absorbing
my
music from the universe.
that was my own natural rhythms. You know what I mean? 'Cause black is beautiful. It's a thing of our people.
black
We should come up with melodies like that on the
spiritual. Some
spot.
Negro spirituals out here.
Yeah. Uh, so you get through the business district without incident, other than a couple of eyes. Stop snitching, Leona. Yeah. So you get through the business district, right? And with a couple of people being a little bit more aware of your presence. So the way that works is that Tiebreaker has a couple of stages of awareness. The guiding hand unit started at relaxed, which means that barring you dropping the ball on a check, which you just did, you both did, um, they would be banking successes for every action you take. And when they hit 4 successes, they would go up a stage. But if you fail a check, they go up a stage just off rep, right? So now they are on guard. The people in the downtown area are expecting trouble, but they don't know exactly when or where the threat might come from. But they do know that there's some people that don't happen to be downtown very often that look particularly like some people that they've been looking for. So now that you're downtown and you're aware that the guiding hand is on guard, what do you do?
Okay. So, um, I just gotta, just gotta keep it together. So, you know, I take a moment to just kind of pause, breathe for a moment, recenter, and then just stroll. We're just going to stroll. We're just going to take a leisurely walk.
I love it. Um,
This is
so
how I manage highway driving.
you definitely got a visual reaction from myself and CJ. So I'm gonna say you've got the most mundane showstopper ever. I'm gonna
Nice.
be exactly the opposite of what we normally do in a tiebreaker game, and it's going to be epic. Okay, nothing is going to explode. I hope, except for my dice. All right, so roll a focus check, please.
Focus
add
check, you say.
add +1 for your stunt.
Okay.
And you get ignite 1, and you can ignore any botches.
Okay. So here's what we got here. I have 4 and above is a success. I have one thing that isn't a success. Now with Ignite 1, does that mean I re-roll the one that wasn't a success or the 3 that were?
You got a 6 on one of those dice?
No,
You got any 5s?
I do.
So I'll tell you what, I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to spend a doom to push one of your 5s to a 6.
Ooh, wait, what?
Because the nice thing about showstoppers is that all ignited dice explode.
Oh, I see. So because this is a 6, I get to roll another one of these?
First, re-roll 1 failure.
Okay, so we're gonna re-roll a failure. It is still a failure, but
Oh my god.
instead of a 2, it's a 3 now.
Oh, geez. Very impressive.
No, that's perfectly fine. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, for botches, is that just any failure in general, or is that a 1 specifically?
1 specifically. It's literally the opposite of the ignite system, where like
Okay.
botch 1 is on 1s, botch 2s is on 1s and 2s, and botch 3 is on 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but you don't have any botches at all while doing a showstopper. So you're doing the most impressive keeping it cool walk ever.
I
Don't
switched
look
my sound.
suspicious.
I switched my soundtrack from the James Bond sequence to Babyface Edmonds.
I'm with it. All right, so you got all of your rerolls cleared, right?
I think so. I only get to re-roll one thing, right?
Yeah, because I pushed that 1 die up to a 6 for you.
Okay. I don't know how exploding dice work. Does that happen?
Yep. After all the
Okay.
rerolls are cleared during a showstopper, now you take any of your now you just take any of the 6s and start rerolling those.
Okay.
No,
Well, I only have.
no. I'm sorry. You just add a die to your pool.
I was about to say. I was just like I will do that.
I
It is
know how to
another.
play my own game chat. I swear.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know something. You'll be happy to know it was another 6.
Cool. Add another die.
Another
That.
6. Another 6.
God, I wish it was not. I'm
Sad.
not even gonna re-roll. I'm not gonna re-roll that one either. Oh wait, actually,
The rerolling period is done as soon as the explosions start.
no, I mean, yeah, that's true. So this next roll is a 1.
Okay. Ignore it.
Yep. So I could ignore, but we don't have botches and showstoppers, so we have 2 6s and 2 4s,
All right. And so you already added
3
your
and a
2
1.
dice.
Yep.
So 2 6s, 2 4s. That's 4 successes. You successfully stroll right by everybody in downtown.
Making my way downtown,
If
Walking
it,
fast.
faces
any,
passing where
like,
sawmill bound, I guess.
yeah, the only thing that happens is that some of the guiding hand guards go, "Wow, that dude is really well dressed," and so like they're still looking at you, but they're more like distracted by the drift than anything else. And
So
so they,
I'm an anime character who walks by and like sparkles come off of them as they like flip their hair or what have you.
it is Bishonen as fuck. Yes.
I'm
Um.
into it.
Yeah. So Galactic Dragon.
Yeah, I'm not agile, so let's try something else.
Give me a cool
I
description for how you get by the guards.
I want ES is a pretty intimidating guy. I want to kind of, roll up the sleeves a little bit, show the muscles, show the could crush a watermelon just with my palm, hands kind of like straighten up my back, and just kind of mean mug anyone that looks at me. Like they're doing their job, so of course they have to look at me. But as soon as they look at me, I want to like look at them like, like, what do you want?
Fuck
Do you,
you looking at.
yeah, fuck around and find out.
All right, said. Does he also get a showstopper? What's the vote?
Like you really, I don't know. Like, are we in like the upscale part of town?
Yeah,
It seems to be like
Oh yeah.
and he is mean mugging everybody.
Look away,
you
or
you
else.
You really just look like walk through this part of the town. Like, don't let like the like $5,000 suit fool you. Like you can catch hands today.
Yeah.
I'm not
ES is
upset.
doing.
Like this gets my vote. I'm here for it.
ES is stealthing by being intimidating as possible to scare people from gaining suspicion from him. Let's fucking go. Get that might. Get that might. Add another die for the stunt. It gets ignite one just by default for being a showstopper. Any sitses give you rerolls. You just heard the whole spiel. So let's get the rolling.
I did get a 6,
Fabulous.
so reroll.
Yeah, reroll a failure.
Another 6.
Reroll another failure.
Oh. 2 6s, a 5, and a 4.
Would you like to spend hope to push one of that fives to another sits before you start doing the explosions?
You know what? Sure.
I'm here for it. So
Might as well use game mechanics.
fuck yeah. All right. So you get another reroll from spending that hope.
Damn it. Yeah. 4 successes.
All right, cool. So how many sits were there total?
2.
Add including the one you just pushed.
Oh, 3.
All right, so yeah, add 3 dice to your pool.
Oh, sick. Am I rolling again? What?
Yeah,
Just
you're rolling.
adding 3 dice.
Uh-huh.
Sick. So many dice.
Yeah, showstoppers are fun.
Come on, give me some more 6s. All right, I got a 4, a 6, and a 2.
All right, that sits pops you another die.
Oh, this is insanity. Dang. Oh. Yeah, no. That's what I get. That's what we got. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 6s and 2 4s.
Okay, so that is 6 successes.
Yes.
Yeah, you successfully mean mug the shit out of everybody. The guards are so fucking riled up, they start to ignore you, and just because I think it's funny, they go back from on guard down to relaxed because they don't want to get your attention.
The man, how the turntables.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so you've successfully made it out of downtown, and now you're in the industrial zone. So a few minutes into the industrial zone, you can see the sawmill, and you're sitting like right outside of it. Sawmill's at the bottom of the hill. You're sitting like in a little shipping crate area that overlooks it. There's definitely a good presence of guards surrounding the area. They don't see you, and they don't look particularly concerned about anything at the moment. A couple of them are just chatting, drinking coffee, shooting the shit. There's like one guard sitting at the gate, and he's like trying to spit game at some chick. Um, but it's a very low key situation, despite the really conspicuous nature of all these armed men like sitting around the sawmill. What do y'all do?
People just casually doing their thing and not paying attention to us. Sounds like it's sounds like we're solidly continuing. But wait, are we in the industrial section at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, I start looking for I kind of walk through, but where I can, I kind of like start looking for maple trees.
You can see the maple trees from the hill. they kind of cover the perimeter of the sawmill.
Are there any people walking among the maple trees?
Nope.
Okay.
At least not that you can tell. You are above the maple trees at the moment.
Okay. So, like, there's like someone spitting game over here among the guard or what have you. There are some trees, but like the sawmill is clearly in view. Do I see kind of a path to it,
To
to
the
the
sawmill?
sawmill? Yep.
Yeah, right down the hill and past the guard talking to the girl.
Mm,
Like you can walk right through the front door. I mean, you'd probably have to shoot a couple people, but yeah, it's a little bit of violence between friends.
um, well, we were asked not to use our powers, and we were asked not to be violent if we could. So, um,
Well, you were specifically asked not to make a scene before you get there, and when you do get there, to make sure that you didn't fucking Juliet everybody that was in that bitch.
Oh,
mm,
so what I'm hearing.
not. um, you know something? Okay, we're gonna make some calculations real quick. Are there any glass, like any reflective surfaces, glass, mirrors, metal, any of that near where the guard is?
Yes, the shipping containers themselves are made out of steel, and the sawmill itself has windows in the upper office area that are glass.
Okay,
And saws are made out of metal, so you know,
okay. Like it's important that they're reflective surfaces. But also, how far, like distance wise, would you say we are from where this guard is?
100 feet.
Okay, about 100 feet. Reflective surfaces.
I'd say like
Talking
3 zones if you want to get like super tactical about it.
talking to a wee young lass.
We could hear me out. This isn't a good idea. Let me start with this sentence. We could, in an attempt to draw him over here, spit game at her.
I like it.
Okay, so I look at ES and go, now fair, but also not fair if there isn't follow through.
He- mm, Do very fair.
But I might be able to, let's say, impair their vision for just a moment or two with this new little device that we have. Does
Por
the is I was
porque no los dos.
Or
is
both.
is the young lady wearing jewelry?
Um, she has a silver bracelet dangling off of her wrist that kind of hangs loosely, and some earrings. They look like mother of pearl.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to like now we get to just do trigonometry at this point because I have a laser pointer. Hi, my name is Scott Summers. So
Oh no.
I want to make a calculation for how far the laser can fire, and then calculate like try to time this so that we walk up and once we're in range, I fire off the laser and make it very difficult for this person to see. That bit of a distraction, probably because the lady is going to freak out a little bit, like watching someone swat in front of their face, might give us the opening that we need to just walk through the front door. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, let's see it play out.
I just look at ES and just go, I'm sorry, I'm a nerd, okay?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Your
I'm good at
calculations
anything.
allow you to get the ranged trick to your hybridize.
Ooh.
So you can add the range function to your attack. But since you're not specifically looking to hurt him or something, I'm just going to assume that you're not trying to do damage.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do damage. I'm just trying to cause a distraction.
Yeah. All right. So walk up and roll against his intuition because this is a sneak attack.
Okay.
Sneak
What am I
attack.
rolling against the intuition?
Your wits.
Okay.
You
Wits
got
against
this.
intuition.
Mhm.
What does range do?
It allows you to trigger the ability from a zone away.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, yay. Also, everyone, this is what happens when calculations are part of your specialties. Take calculations.
Take
Um,
calculations.
right. Let's roll some wits.
This doesn't work. I'm hit. I'm a
Okay. So I got one botch roll, but I believe I have cool, which means I get to do something with that.
Awesome.
What do I get to do with that? Wait.
This is an attack, so you're already trained in
I'll put this over here. I got a 6 and I got two
capabilities.
4s, so I think I have 3 successes here.
Yeah, that's enough for you to get whatever you want out of that.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're just this is kind of like, all right, ES, let's do the thing. And I walk out and I casually stroll and I pull out the laser. Um, it's a little bit like I try to make it as small as possible. I don't know how big it is, but when I pull that out and we're in just enough range to kind of make a break for it, I fire the laser
So
off fire the laser with the idea of like I'm going to reflect this off of the piece of jewelry closest to his face and right into his eyeballs.
yeah, I think what you do is you bounce it off of her left earring, which bounces down into the silver bracelet, and then when she goes to kind of like brush her hand through her hair, the beam goes right into his eye, and he reflexively swats at it,
oh.
which makes her step back, and she's like terrified now. She's like, "Oh my god! I thought we were gonna go to Joe's for some juice. What the fuck, man?"
This, this is
And
what I'm
she runs and bumps right into ES's chest and falls on her butt, and she's just staring up at you. If your she's lowered up, and she's like, "Could you help me? This man's attacking me!"
Of course I can, miss.
And the guard is like, "Wait, man! Like, yo, I wasn't trying to do anything. What the fuck?"
I
Like,
help. I try to help her up, and I say, "Ma'am, is this ruffian causing you problems?"
yeah, he just took a swing at me. Oh my god, help!
I go, "Ma'am, run off. Don't let him catch up to you. What are you doing, sir?" And I walk up to him.
It's not what it looks like at all, man. What the fuck? The bitch tried to fucking mace me or something.
How could you? How could you say this? Anyway, I'm gonna hit him. Uh,
Okay.
So anyway, I threw hands.
anyway, I cast
And I
hands.
just started shooting. I started blasting. Okay, so the guy is kind of like backing up away from you because he can see your intent, and then like he realizes that his back is like pressed up against the fence, and and then he's like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck, guys, help!" Chat the missus in the background said no help, so I'm gonna go by what she said. He gets no help. Punch him in the face.
He gets no help. Not a
You
singular
just like
crumb of aid.
you call for your friends, they do not come.
They do not hear. They cannot hear you.
Yeah.
So
So roll your might.
come on,
Make
give
sure
me.
you add your power level and your another die for your stun.
Oh, okay.
So might +3.
Right. That's good. Ooh. Sick. I got a 6. I re-rolled already. Right? Is that how I do it? Right? Right? That's how I do it, right? Right? Anyway, I got 4 successes.
No, you didn't get a showstopper this time.
Oh, so I don't re-roll. Okay, I
Yeah, no
unroll.
rerolls.
That's good. I unre-roll. I don't know which one that is, but I got. Which gonna say I got a 6 and 2 5s, 3 successes.
All right. Yeah. So he's like, ah! And then like he just falls like, ah!
Like a goddamn piece of cardboard.
Uh-huh. Damn right,
Not you
Superman.
got these people out here cracking and crumpling like ginger snacks.
Just done.
I was
Ugh.
thinking it was like that Caleb City sketch where it's like when the boots are talking too much shit.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
And then he just hits the guy, and the guy's like, ah. But
Oh, my chest, please.
he the guard just falls just on his side, unconscious. There's like a little puff of dust when he hits the ground, and just a very anticlimactic
Oh.
thump.
What's funny is I have improv ace, which I did it. Clearly
Green light.
unplanned. I gain momentum equal to my wits that can be spent on a 1-to-1 basis as a stunt bonus.
Yeah, I'll take it. Go for it. Yeah.
Uh,
So, um, if you want to say yeet the guard's body at one of his friends to initiate combat, like
oh,
he would be an improvised object,
that's even more wild. Yeah, sure. I mean, let's
and
do it.
use the bonuses from improv ace to make the dive like absolutely fucking dumb. I would be here for that. I
I'd
might
hope.
just override the whole voting process and give you a showstopper if you did
I say,
it.
I pick up his body like I think he's like 6'5" or something ridiculous like that. It just kind of picks up the body one hand and says, "You ready?" Looking
Go
at
for it. Go for it. Get
schema.
I just go, sure. Ooh. Do they have a communications device?
That too. I was also wondering.
No, they don't. They
Damn,
weren't that
Okay.
prepared.
that's so unfortunate because they're about to. They did all of their communications are about to be messed up. I guess
Okay.
I opened the door.
So,
It's a team
yes.
bonding exercise right waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's so
So,
unfortunate.
hear me out on this one. Because this person is very unconscious, maybe if, we have them on hand, we just kind of explain, like, hey, ran into your buddy out here. They don't seem well. Maybe you should help them.
And then yeet them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm eating them no matter what.
I mean, see, the thing is, absolutely eat them, but at least let's use this as, let's
Yeah,
say, a
let's.
key to get in the front door.
Oh yeah.
Okay, shout out the weekend at Bernie's. Let's go. Roll that wits check, guys.
Let's get
I
them
ate
all
myself.
crowded.
Wits.
Chat,
Let's
I
get
ate
them
myself
crowded
now.
around.
Why? Why does this happen? Okay, so I have a 1, but I also have a 6, a 5, and a 4. So,
That's 3 successes. What you got over there? Oh, yes.
Oh, am I also rolling?
Yeah, you guys got to play the trick together.
Oh, I got 2 4s.
2 4s. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to use a different mechanic for this.
Oh.
This is a this is a challenge. So I'm gonna take your two things together because for part one of your plan was to get the guy and weekends at Bernie's him so you can get up to the thing. And then part two of the plan is question marks and part three is profit, right? So
yep.
dead means let's get it. Um, your six successes gets you halfway across the courtyard. Some guards come up to you and you're like, "Hey, man, what's going on? Like, Dave, what happened?"
Oh,
You,
Dave. Oh, God.
I honestly have no idea. We just kind of like found him like this and thought bringing him here would be a good idea. So you can help him,
I'm
maybe?
carrying him like a fucking handbag. Yeah. Is there like an infirmary around?
Yes. No. Oh, jeez. Can we let them in? If we let them in, we'd be in trouble. But maybe we could just bring him down to the cabin on the other end of the property, lay him down, and give him some booze. Yeah, he'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, fuck Dave. Just bring him over down to the back over there.
Oh, damn, what Dave do?
Dave was pulling my bitch a few minutes ago.
Oh, well, you might be happy to know that he's not doing that now.
Yeah.
Dave is half conscious right now, and he's like,
Oh yeah.
"Ugh,
Oh my
makes
God,
me."
Right, so let's go
Dave,
ahead
you're
and take him
good.
to let's take him to the cabinet. To the cabin. Sorry, and
If
just
if his
which way is the cabin?
consciousness,
Oh, just right past the saw.
the saw, the what?
I'm guessing there's like a big saw that's really hard to miss.
Yeah, giant saw with the little ramp where the logs fall, and then like the little saw cuts the thing in half, and there's like a little pile of logs. Like
Wonderful.
that's where the guards
Um,
came from.
are they going to lead us there, or do we just have to walk?
They don't care about Dave enough for them to like actually help him.
Very unfortunate. Very
Okay.
unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna eat Dave at them. Are we eating Dave now? Do you want to eat Dave now? Let me get an. I would
No,
understand the
okay.
plan. You would.
So like I think it would be like a thing of you looking like at me and then like gesturing at the guards and me being like, mm-mm.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll take him to the cabin.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna keep going with the skill challenge, and I need you to roll. Actually, just tell me what you do before we make decisions on what you're rolling.
So I don't know how far the cabin is. The idea is to
I'm gonna
walk to the cab
ask.
to basically go and deposit Dave somewhere in the direction of the cabin, and then see if there are alternate entrances to this building.
Well, the cabin isn't the cabin. They said the cabin is the other end, so further away.
Yep, it's further away from where the rest of the guards were
Interesting.
sitting.
Interesting. I think so. They're leaving us alone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty nice of them. Uh, we could just knock them out and then use their stuff to get in.
I take a moment, I run some calculations. I'm just like this is what the chorus of my head sounds like. Okay, so we were supposed to be relatively stealthy and nonviolent, and I know that if we don't attract the attention of any more guards, that will make this infinitely easier. But you want to know something? Unconscious guards are also as good as not having any guards, and if that would mean there are also two less of them. It's not that violence is always the answer, but violence makes a really good case.
It's
I
true.
look at I look at ES being as tall as he is. Oh, sorry, like being as tall as they are, and my response is to give a very subtle nod and then just bend over to tie my shoe.
Yeah. Where are the guards? Are they just kind of? Where's the dice?
How far are they? Like, are they in eatable distance?
They are in baseball bat Dave into them distance. So he's tying his shoes. Yes. You've got two balls in front of you and a Dave-shaped bat. I wonder what we could do with this seed.
This sounds interesting. I just, I just like spin, grab, and as I spin, I grab Dave's feet and just yeet.
just, just okay.
I think he
Give
makes the noise too.
give me the might roll.
And
Can
I
they actually
add something because of my improv ace.
Absolutely. All that
What?
momentum that you added, just fling the
Oh, so I got
improv base.
plus my wit, and I have 3 wit.
Can I
So
just say
that's
that I'm actually imagining like this, but done in the art of like a Fooly Cooley scene?
Yep. Yep.
oh my god.
Yeah. While you're doing this, Dave is coming conscious again, realizing that he's being held by his ankles and is getting flung through the air.
Oh, it's not gonna feel good, Dave. I got a 6, 2 5s, and 2 4s.
A 6, 2 5s, 2 4s. Did you add all the extra dice from your momentum?
I rolled my 5 might, and I rolled my 3 wit from my wit from my improv ace. That
Did you add your power level and the stunt bonus?
I always forget about the power level.
Everyone does. It's fine. So
Power level.
number 3 dice
Oh,
there.
yeah. Let's go. Ooh, ooh. No one didn't roll. Wondrous. I got uh another 6 and another 4.
So how many successes is that total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Okay, so you crit the entire moot group. Um, so Dave is like, "Oh my god!" And you hear an audible crunch as Dave's
Oh, so
back
unfortunate, Dave.
hits his two friends, who didn't like him anyway, but now have a lot more reason to dislike him,
They've grown a
and
lot closer.
they go flying into the woods.
Just
Right past two other guards that are sitting here looking at this and are just kind of like, "Oh my god, we literally just dodged a bullet," and then they just fucking Homer Simpson into the fucking shade, and then you can just hear them scurrying off into the woods because nope, they don't pay us enough for that.
no, they
Uh,
don't.
So, like when this happens, I finish tying my shoe and I stand up and go, right. So, yes, I was going to say that maybe you should.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, because Dave's body goes right over right over Schema's head, because like you swung as he was ducking to go into the woods.
That's 5
So,
guards taken care of.
yep. Another 5 are looking at you, and they're trying to size up the situation. And they start walking towards you, stop for a second, look at each other, and go, "Is this worth it?" And then they
Ah,
say, "You
no.
know what? There are more guys inside. We're gonna say we went on our lunch break, and we're gonna go home. If you guys don't mind, we're gonna go on our lunch break."
No,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. I don't like to
right.
do what I
So,
don't
like,
have to do.
here's the thing, right? We eventually have to get in here. Are there things that we should know if we go inside? We would just rather not cause like any further disturbance than we have to.
Uh, tell you what, you guys are scary as shit, and we just want plausible deniability for not snitching. You get it,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah, of
You
course.
know,
I don't
some
even know your name.
Yeah,
you know
so I mean,
something.
but we can't really divulge all the information because like those guys are in the fucking woods right now. They might wake up. So if somebody finds out that we snitched, they're gonna know it's us. So can we
Oh,
just
the
get a
solid.
lunch?
Yeah, no,
Like,
just go to the woods. Act like you're trying to help them, and if you come back within less than 20 minutes, I will end you.
and
You don't
in
want to ask the question about that. You really just want to take them at face
um
value.
uh hey guys, is that a deal? Deal? You want to go to Joe's? Like, go help them, bring them to Joe's, get some juice.
Yeah, go
We're
help.
here.
Yeah,
Joe's juice is pretty good.
yeah. Go on a break.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, guys, help the boys out. We're going on break and then to Joe's. Yeah, and all the guys, the guards that are outside left, are like, "Yeah, to Joe's." We're not going to help the guys in the woods. No. And then they
What in
pass
the
you,
back? That's
and they
fine.
go to fucking Joe's. These guys aren't very like. tightly knit.
I respect that.
I respect people who understand their pay grade and just go, nope.
Nope,
These
that's
are the
not
kind of
me.
people who manage to like get through a Jet Li movie without a broken bone. They're just like, I'm just gonna lay here. It's fine.
Yeah, they're out.
Like my
um,
head already hurts. I'm good.
yeah. With that said, your attack roll was the last part of the skill challenge, so you got
Nice.
through without any actual combat. And
I rolled 7 successes.
yeah, the front door is open. Like they left it open for you.
You know, um when we get to the front door, I take I'm a little bit more serious than usual, and I just put a obviously not anywhere near as large hand on like I guess I don't know how tall ES is. Um
6'5", something ridiculous.
like just on the upper part of your arm, and I just say offhandedly, you know we're gonna go and get the rest of them, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I know they're important to you. And I just want to be clear about that. That's all.
Thank you. I have a question.
What's up?
Is there like any boxes or anything that I can pick up? They
Ton.
call they call me reuse for a reason. I would like to just. Is there a wooden box?
Yeah, giant.
You're not gonna do it.
I would like to just like walk over, just 5 finger, like poke it as if it's like paper. And I'm say, we're gonna start off with a bang.
Uh, I'm gonna say no unless you do it with two hands and use the wooden boxes and boxing gloves.
That's funnier. Sure.
Um, I would also I would also like to be on the lookout for cats.
Okay. There are no cats at the moment.
Okay. I see like I see um um ES like looking at the boxes and I'm like, what are you planning on until they
Shh.
make boxing gloves? And I'm like,
Yeah, just open up the door. And I just.
inefficient but effective. You know something? I'm gonna have to make some of those for you later. And then we just open the front door.
Yeah, and the doors swing open. They're two like kind of like barn door style doors. Your friends, ES's friends, are in the back in a little like steel office area. You can kind of see them gagged in a chair through the tiny doorway. So you can see like two or three of them, and Kana is like unconscious in the middle of the floor. But there's someone that looks really strangely like Kana in their kaiju form.
Oh.
This woman, you're assuming it's a woman because uh, is about the size of a fucking elephant, like a large, really onerous African elephant, and all of the guards inside are dead.
Oh. That's worse. This is a worse situation.
You said this person looks like Kana in their kaiju form.
Yep.
And
Would
we
it
already
be
see Kana.
would it be reasonable to deduce that they're related somehow?
Yep.
Hmm.
AES. Not necessarily a bad scenario, but I am concerned.
Hmm.
Your concerns suddenly escalate when the kaiju's eyes start to glow red and the growling intensifies. And when they snort, you can feel it from the other side of the building.
Do I
And it
know? Is that one of those haha, we're in danger kind of moments?
I'm in danger.
Mm-hmm.
It's time
Mhm.
to roll initiative.
Yeah,
Take a step forward, and the life bar appears under you, and the Dark Souls music kicks in.
that's really funny.
Hold on. Rolling initiative. There's a button for this, isn't there?
It's agility unmodified.
Oh
Okay.
God, I'm not initiative-y. Oh no, I dropped my dice again.
I have exactly one success on that.
Where did my dice go? Yeah. I think this happened last time. I have no success.
Oh, jeez, you have unfortunate luck, don't you?
I have two. I have two agility.
Same.
The agile one's Kana.
Yep, yep, they are. And let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't like that number you just said.
You said the agile one is Kana, and
Sucks.
Sendo deduced that this person might be related to
How
Kana.
about Kana be the strong one? Or how about Kana be the fast one and they be the strong one?
Oh, Kana's also the strong one.
This sucks. I hear no positives
Oh, the
for
positive is
for
that
me in this situation.
I get to have fun.
Lovely, lovely. You know, that's all that matters at the end of the day sometimes.
Yeah. So we got a 4 for the unnamed Kaiju's initiative roll today. And this is my good pen. We're gonna roll some zones. This particular saw warehouse is really big. So I'm gonna make this a 3x3. I call it a 4x4.
You don't have to. I mean, you can-
It's just like it would be perfectly fine actually if you did it. Now that I think
yeah,
about
no,
it.
no, yeah. Thinking about it, yeah, no. Less
4x3.
dice.
4x3. So you guys are in the doorway. There's an office area over here on the upper right. And there's rafters slash storage
Okay, so
going all the way down
good
on both
sir
sides.
DM, do you happen to have a link to this?
Huh? Oh, I'm literally just drawing it on paper right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna move you like where you say you are. So let's call this A B C D. No wait, probably be better if I did it the other way, like A B C, and then going from the bottom left up, it will be like A1, A2, A3, A4. So the office is in C4
Nice.
because it might explode.
Doesn't
Harbinger.
have to. Doesn't have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend that point for the Harbinger because the joke might not be a joke. In fact, yeah, definitely not a joke. I think that's more dramatic. You hear a ticking noise. So,
Wonderful.
ticking noise and a not quite dead yet guard going, contingency plan.
It's a bad plan, man.
We're dying anyway. Might as well take
I,
what's with us.
you know, Sendo, it's very
Glory,
unfortunate.
glory to the gourding hell. And that's when the kaiju steps on the guy's skull.
Yeah, yeah. I say, Sendo, it's really unfortunate how stupid people make really foolish decisions.
Ragu sauce
Uh,
goes everywhere. All right, giant kaiju is currently in B2, so that's the top of the board. They're going to move down. No, not B2. B4. My bad. They're going to go from B4 down to B3, so they're walking closer to the doorway where you guys are at.
what
Nice.
I'm just going to say, maybe we don't try to necessarily end this life, but we do need to stop it. At the
Oh yeah.
very least, it kind of just saved everyone we would have come here to save, so that's convenient.
I say, you defuse the bomb. I take some hits.
Yeah. Daughter. Where? Daughter.
Tartar, like the sauce.
I literally see this as a movie scene and it's great.
Um, so they take a large piece of rebar, and
Oh,
when you say tartar, they toss it at you.
great. Yeah, I expect this. Yeah, I expected this. I would like to. I don't know. I saw that I have an ability. Solid. Looking at her. How do I resist an attack?
Endurance.
Sick. That is exactly what I would like to do.
Okay, so she gets to roll her might. So let's see. How many dice am I rolling? Because I'm specifically making her stronger than you two.
That
Um,
sucks.
so let's see. She's gonna be because I like to keep things very open, so you guys don't. So you guys know I'm not like absolutely fucking pulling shit out of my ass. I'm gonna make her power level 4. So that's gonna give her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
That's a lot of numbers you're rolling.
10 dice.
That's a lot
Alright.
of it's a lot of
Uh,
numbers you're rolling.
none of her quirks come into play here. Standout feature doesn't come in because she doesn't have momentum yet. And let's see. She will trigger Unleash in Massive and then Trick in Ranged. But because she's much larger than you, her range is a little bit further. So it'll be enough for her to reach the doorway.
Yeah, your power level.
You do not add your power level to your endurance.
That's unfortunate.
Ooh, jeez, good thing I didn't get a showstopper this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming a 5 hits you.
Uh, 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
what's your
mean,
endurance?
I
Yeah,
have 3 endurance.
cool. So you're definitely gonna feel this. Take 5 attrition for starters, and you are now down, and you've been flung into the wall.
How much
Yeah,
attrition? 5 attrition.
yeah, it's as many successes as you rolled.
Wonderful,
Um,
wonderful.
also, Tendo, what's your endurance? Unless you want to try
Mine.
dodging this.
How much do I want to try to what?
What is like? Well, how are you going to try to dodge this? Because this one has massive on it, so it's
Interesting.
going to hit both of you.
And I couldn't use solid.
Okay. I who
Yeah, it's not more so much of a rebar, but one of those like really big cylinders that they pour concrete out of. So like she threw it sideways, so it's large enough to hit both of you.
Oh, this is a problem, isn't it? Well, the closest that I'm going to come is like dodging behind something that might be a bit more solid than this concrete thing that they're throwing. Because I have an endurance of 2. Like, I'm not trying to like square up with like a concrete thing. I am an engineer. Like, what?
All right, I'll
Like,
tell you what.
hey, ES, I'm sorry. You count as like half cover for the rest of this fight. I'm sorry about it,
No,
homie.
I get it. I'm built sturdy.
So you're gonna use him as cover. All right.
Uh,
I'll,
Hurts.
I'm just no, like honestly, I'm just going to use. I'm like I was joking about ES. I'm actually just going to like look like try to like move out of the way.
oh, I was
Um,
gonna say if you want to use him as cover, he would give you a bonus.
You should.
are they? Wait, hold on. Are they in the middle of throwing right now? Like, is this thing in the air, or have they just picked this up and getting ready to throw?
It's they picked it up, they tossed it, and now you're reacting to it.
Okay, so
Solid.
this is in flight at this moment. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to try to dodge this like thing if I can with whatever the nearest possible object is.
that would be yes.
Love that for you. I do. I am curious. Does my like quirk not come into handy with this?
You said it's solid.
Yeah, because you said
Let
I don't. You said I don't use
Wait,
my
is this item that you're
power.
growing a hazard?
me.
Said I don't use my power level, but I have solid, and it says I use it when I'm using raw strength to deal with obstacles.
You gain momentum equal to your endurance whenever you successfully resist an attack with your endurance. You did not successfully resist the attack, and you can use your power level when dealing with obstacles. Obstacles is a particular keyword.
Oh,
So,
okay,
like, if that giant pipe was in your way and you wanted to punch it apart,
got it.
yeah,
Okay,
but
that
because
makes more sense.
Can I
yeah, it's
ask
being
a question? Can I
weaponized
use?
against you.
I don't know if I can use this ability to catch it or to like use something larger to like possibly use something larger or equal in size to like break it in half or something like that. Can I use aura for that?
Uh, oh, as much as I want to say yeah, no. Or is more of an ability to like fling stuff. In your instance, it's like flinging stuff at people, which causes you to become a hazard. So like using it defensively in that way,
Okay.
nah, not really.
Okay.
But you can do something similar if you want. Like let's
Because it's either like trying to fight fire with fire, being like, oh, there's this big thing. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a similarly sized thing to throw at it.
yeah,
Um,
let's do it this way. It won't be via the aura function itself, but I can give
mhm.
you a trick for demolish.
Nice.
So
Ooh.
in order to pull this off, because you're doing it reflexively as an action, what you would be doing is using a defensive action called an emergency defense, which requires you to spend 5 momentum to interrupt somebody else. So
Okay.
to get that momentum, spend 1 hope to trigger a burst.
You know something? I feel like Dragon here would be perfectly fine with me spending hope in this way. So let's do it.
Grand.
Um okay, so what do I need to roll for you?
Um, well, it just see you're using I'm gonna say you're rolling your might against her, right? Because you're kind of just throwing something in the way and using it to break
Yeah,
the object. Yeah.
I suppose so. I am I have the least bite possible. This should be joyous. Okay. Oof. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Rest
So
in peace to us.
yeah. Oh no. Um okay. I got a 3 and a 2.
You
Okay.
tried really hard.
Yeah. So you step forward and you like start concentrating your power into your devices to like pick up like a couple of those little like concrete barriers that you see on the highway. And they had a
Mhm.
couple of them lying around, and you toss them at the pillar, but the pillar just shatters them. And there's like concrete dust all over the place, and then you and ES are both smashed into the wall. And you
Oh,
both
this
take
is
5 attrition. You're both down, and there is like a comically large dent in your chest as the thing rolls down off of you, hits your feet, and then rolls off your feet,
mm.
and kind of just makes a dull thud when it like hits one of the support pillars as it bounces off of you. Doctor.
Doctor, what Doctor Who? Oof.
Wait. I right? I think I know
Doctor,
who they might be talking about.
are you? Are they talking about you? I just like kind of hit the ground, picking myself up.
No.
Okay,
So who's next on the initiative order?
I don't know.
Um,
We both rolled failures.
I rolled no, I rolled one success. I got a
Oh,
4
yeah,
and a
then
2.
you. It's not me.
Then
yeah.
me.
hmm
Okay. Um. Okay. Now there, because you said there was like a thing that smashed and stuff. There's like
Yeah.
it's a
So
concrete and
you guys,
powder,
you
right?
guys are right here, right?
Yeah.
She's right there.
Okay. But like where the concrete pillars and stuff are, you
hmm
said like things have been broken and pulverized, and now there's like powder and all this other stuff everywhere.
hmm
Okay. So I would like to create a hazard that impairs vision for them.
Okay. Lovely. Um, there is something that does that I am.
Well, okay, actually here, let me ask this question. Does hmm, okay, see the thing is I don't know how many like how you do this stuff in a turn. So what I like the thing is, if I use aura to just like start like picking up things like in the area and like pelting this creature with stuff and I use discerning, it means that there's now a hazard, but that hazard doesn't impact ES or people that I'm friendly with, just this creature.
And it doesn't impact the creature either until you get into the same zone. Your aura doesn't have natural range.
Oh, I mean, that's fine for now at least because like I'm guessing like movement and some change has to happen or what have you.
Yeah, you'd have to get a little closer to her.
Okay, and that's fine. Um, so I'm going to explain to ES. Okay, I probably a bad idea, but I'm going to go toward the creature and try to create a diversion. And I am just going to need you to do your thing after that, whatever that might be. We can't mess around with this,
Yeah,
apparently. Mm.
go ahead.
So I am going to. You can explain how this works or what I can or can't do here, but I would like to move toward the creature to be close enough to like um, create a hazard that would, like at least distract it because I don't know if it's big enough for me to be able to pelt it with or hurt it for that matter. But I'm going to do that. I would like to um, use aura to pick up these bits of debris from all the stuff that's been thrown. Um,
All right. So what I'm gonna do is aura turning you into a hazard means you don't have to roll for anything. Um, and you wouldn't be close enough to directly affect it, but because of the way that you are describing it, the all of the concrete dust and stuff creates a cloud around you, which causes you to create a visual barrier. So you are under the effect of disorient. So they have to seek an opportunity to be able to attack you again, which means they have to roll a wits roll against your intuition. Um, so, but that visual cover, as long as ES stays within line of sight of that cover, he's hidden too. Sound fair?
Useful. Sounds fair and
Okay.
useful.
All
Uh,
right.
yeah. Uh, I'm gonna do something similar.
ES, if I were you, what I would do is under the defending yourself options.
Uh,
Um, well, it's actually under the recovery options. I would use the take a breather action.
uh,
So you can move away from your attackers or use any cover, which Sendo just provided you to protect yourself instead of attempting to do any like reversal attacks.
got
Um,
it.
you can roll your critical value plus your intuition and any specific recovery advantages that you might have, which you don't, against your current attrition. If you succeed, you automatically rise up and can act normally on your next
My critical value plus my attrition.
turn. Your intuition
Intuition. Oh, that's
versus your current attrition. So,
critical plus intuition versus current attrition.
hmm
That's in my favor.
yeah, it's a lot of dice for not doing anything.
Good enough.
Okay, actually, here's a question. How much attrition did we just take?
5.
5.
Okay,
Which
because
is
now
why I'm suggesting you might want to
take a breather.
take the breather, because
Think.
that 5 would be added to any difficulty ratings for you to try to counterattack her.
Like,
Word.
I'm
Oh
just
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I got it. I'm good. I got a lot. I got 7. I beat it.
Cool. All right, you're up again.
That sucks.
like, I
Sandor
really imagine that I've like crawled across this thing and put a hand on a single rock to create this hazard, but I'm still just lying there, desperately trying to provide cover. It's really cool.
Yeah, you're still down, but you're able to create the diversion needed, so DS can keep fighting.
So do I just wait until my next turn to hit it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
So it's the Kaiju's turn now.
That's unfortunate.
The Kaiju steps into the smoke cloud and starts trying to sniff around, and it starts coughing because it's breathing in concrete fumes.
Oh.
So now it's going to roll against Sendo's aura. Could
Okay.
you give me the number for that?
A number?
Yeah.
Um, okay. So is this the thing where I say like the stat plus power level? Is that the number that I should be giving you?
hmm
Okay. That is a 6.
Okay. So they are going to try to just endure it. Um, which gives them how many dice?
Rain
How many
Barrett.
dice? How many dice?
How
Mm,
many dice? Hey, I said, how many dice does she get? Yeah. Doo, doo, doo. So she's gonna get 3 plus her power level. Actually, no, she
fail.
doesn't get a power level for that.
Fail, please. We're begging.
Yeah. Yeah, she just gets the 3.
Doesn't
Uh,
feel like a lot. Someone that rolls 3 constantly.
nope.
Yeah, woohoo.
So yeah, she's affected by the disorient for Shoresies, and she's now down.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh
Yay.
wait, no, she doesn't get damaged by aura. Yeah, they don't become damaged, but they suffer all of the negative effects that Sendo has attached to this ability. So it's
Yep.
disorient plus what else do you have? Because your aura ability is pretty nasty,
Well, actually, I don't know what functions it has. It's just, um, wow. Do I get? I don't know how this works. It
right?
just says like, hey, it just have a like your aura just has a function, but I don't know what the function is.
Oh yeah, you never attached a second function
Oh,
to your
that's
other
funny.
abilities. So he's just got
Disorienting aura.
three abilities with one function on it.
That's wild.
Do you want to just say that instead of gaining the trick for disorient, that it's just part of your thing?
Sure, we can do
All right.
that.
Yeah. So you permanently have a disorienting aura.
I love that for you.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Yay.
And the trick that you got, because you got the trick earlier, so you have a disorienting aura with a range trick. So the next time you want to increase the range of your aura, you can spend 5 momentum to also increase the range for a turn. All
Oh,
right.
that's cool.
Yeah. So with your turn, you get up because why not? Uh,
I mean, I will absolutely try to take this role just to see if it works. But also, something free ups are fine right now.
Yeah, because if you're using your action to keep the aura going,
hmm
you wouldn't be able to make a counterattack. But
Word.
I feel like being nice today because aura's kind of
Wow.
one of those edge case scenarios.
Nice.
Um, so we'll just give it to you. So you're now up to. So now it is CJ's turn. What
Let's
is
go. Two questions. One, do I take away the attrition?
Yeah, you cleared it.
Sick. Second question, what is a downwards initiative shift?
It makes your opponent go later in the turn order.
Oh, that's probably better. Uh, and would removing target gap
There are no gaps
positive?
present.
All right, cool. Then I know which one I'm doing. I'm gonna do lethal fury. I'm gonna use all the stuff that's around me and my boxing, maybe whatever's left of my fake gloves to just kind of punch some of the debris at the creature and use lethal flurry.
I like it. Um, she can't even see this right now, so add your wits to whatever roll you want.
Wonderful. So this interactable may now deal damage. I have interactables very clearly, and on dodge, I'm assuming, do they have any momentum?
Yeah, they
Uh,
have because they landed an attack on the both of you.
okay,
What is her wits? She has 2.
cool. They have to spend 5 momentum to dodge this.
So they can't.
Cool. If they don't have the momentum, add a +1 to my power level for this attack. On contact, they'll suffer a downward initiative shift.
Cool. She goes a turn after you, which means it would be Sendo's turn right after you're done.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
Which
lovely.
that is lovely. So I'm rolling. I'm assuming I'm rolling might plus power +1 plus wit.
Yeah.
Might power. Where's my power? 2. +1 plus wit. That's 3 more. Where's? Oh wow! I've run out of my number of dice. Let me grab these. Not actually, but
Not you being like, hold on for a moment. Let's dip into the bag of holding for additional dice. Oh my god.
oh, oh, okay. We got uh, we got 4 6s and 3 4s.
Whew. Man, wish she had got a showstopper on that. 4 sixes, 3 fours. That's 7 successes. She takes 7 attrition, and you have knocked her on her ass. She's down. Like when you come in, you fly towards her into the smoke cloud. You can kind of see her silhouette like hanging above Sendo. Like if she had took another step, she would have crushed Sendo's skull. Just like the other guy. But you go and she flies out of the smoke cloud, and just her upper half is like in another zone, and her legs are just right on the ground, and then she fucking gets back up on her knees and she yells, "You!
I say, Sendo, go.
You take daughter! Crush you!
I love that.
Crush!"
I love that we have no idea what she's yelling about. Not a singular.
I can hear these words.
Save! Save Kana!
Wait, I can hear these words?
She's screaming right now. She's fucking furious.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things of being like, is she screaming them in a language we can understand? I guess is the question, but we can.
Yeah, she's speaking English.
I, um, oh, oh no.
We're here to save Kana. I don't know if she's listening, but I say it.
Um,
Kana,
um,
you save.
Yeah, and I
I
point the. Yeah, go ahead.
wait. Is it my turn at the moment?
Mhm.
I kind of part the cloud for a moment, and I say in because I'm assuming that they can hear. Say in
Mhm.
the softest voice possible, Kana friend.
friend of Kana.
They look like they understand where Kana is.
I I nod like very like I take very big and slow nods to make sure that they are very clear on what is happening.
So they stand up with a little bit of effort because he has to fucking knock the shit out of her. And they take a really deep breath, and this is their seek an opportunity check. With that deep breath, they expel all of the dust out of your aura,
Mhm.
dispelling your aura for a moment, just so they can see you completely clearly.
Mhm.
Then she grabs you,
Oh,
picks you up for a second, and sniffs you. Smell, Kana. You take home. Apologize. Save Kana. And they
there's a
put you down
bomb.
gently. Then they stand up. They walk to the other side. And with one gigantic punch, they break a hole through the fucking wall, kneel down real quick, and just as if they were just fucking casually trying to step over a step, a fucking shockwave just pushes all of the dust through the fucking mill, and
Mhm.
they're just in the sky like fucking Superman.
Horrifying.
That's Kana's mom.
Yeah, well, that's happening. I would like to run over to wherever I need to go to, I don't know, get people away from the bomb.
Yeah,
There's
that would be
there's
smart.
wait, hold on, there's a bomb?
Check,
Yeah,
check, check.
yeah. That was
Where
the.
where where's the bomb?
I just point. It's on the like. I don't know if it's on the door, but it's basically where we need to get the former hostages now
Harbinger
threatening
level
us.
2 has popped on your friends.
Okay. So
One
wait.
more and they
que-
go boob.
Question.
Mhm.
Um can hybridize only be used to make things or can it be used to unmake things?
That's up to you.
Oh, because um okay. Okay, real quick. And I'm like doing mental math on how like bombs work. And then I'm looking for hybridize only lets me use interactables.
A bomb isn't
What interact
interactable.
huh?
A bomb isn't interactable.
What's another interactable that's nearby other than the bomb?
The rope's tying everybody still.
Okay.
Refrigerator, table, light fixture.
Okay.
The chair's not.
Um I want to okay, I'm going to take the bomb. Here, you figure out how to get everybody out of here and I'll figure out what to do with this. Um okay. There's an explosive mechanism, there's a timer on this. Um what can I combine this with to make that less harmful?
Roll a wits check.
Which check? I feel like this is a Lemmy Snicket moment here. Okay, so we got two successes on that.
Close enough. You take a moment to look at your flashlight and realize that you made that flashlight by disassembling things. Bombs are multiple parts. If you can disassemble things to create things, you can turn that bomb into something else.
Okay. Um, I would like to make. I would like to. Um, what do I need to roll to? What would I need to roll to try to to defuse the bomb?
Tell me how you go about it.
Okay. So basically, like if you were to look at me, like my mind is just like a blaze of equations, and what I'm going to do is try to take the parts of the bomb that are a timer and take the explosive parts I want to see if I can just use the explosive parts to make like a small powered like I want to see actually I want to see if I can take the parts of the bomb and just make it an alarm clock instead.
Okay. Roll focus because you have to concentrate really hard to keep all that mental math going together and shape
Okay.
the image into your head. This isn't so much about you being smart. This is so much as you making sure that you don't miss even a single step.
2 successes.
Did you roll a stunt bonus?
I did not roll a stunt bonus.
Roll that stunt bonus.
You got
Also a
this.
success.
All right, cool. You hit it right on the nose. So what happens is that you get the idea to instead of cutting the blue wire, just remove the detonation component completely
Oh yeah.
and reshape that detonation component into a bell.
So, like, when people see this happening, it just looks like a 3D image of the bomb rotating and projecting and separating into all those parts before I actually tried to do the thing.
Mhm.
Um, and then I delicately and carefully do the thing.
Yeah, so everybody is kind of like murmuring their approval. And some people are kind of whimpering because they're not sure what's going on, but they do know that the terrorists were kind of going, well, even if we die here today, then everybody else is going to go with us in a large bang. um, but
Mm.
suddenly the ticking stops and nothing follows up with it. And then when you're done, you float the pieces back in together, reshape it, turns into like um I'm gonna guess you shaped it into a nice little kitty cat.
You know something? Fair. One of those like black wall hangings with the moving tail.
Yeah. With and the ticking starts continuing as the tail goes from either end of the cat's body.
Huh, it works. Neat.
And then a very loud sound happens.
Mm.
The alarm goes off.
Like, yay, it's tea time. But right after that, considering that I had like had my chest nearly caved in and like the mental pressure of trying to save like all of these people, what you hear is, all right, cool, it's tea time. And then I collapse.
Yeah, as you collapse, you kind of smile to yourself for a second because you realize that you were thinking about Joe's the entire time. So the little bird that pops out of the alarm clock goes, "Go to Joe's, go to Joe's."
Amazing.
Loved it.
I approve. Also, like Joe's, the official but unofficial sponsor of Tiebreaker games everywhere.
Joe is around somewhere fucking giggling to himself in the dorkiest way fucking possible. All right, so with that, you have met Kana's mother.
Oh.
You've saved Kana themselves, and you've saved ES's gym membership. What do you do?
Kind of check up on Kana to see if he's okay.
Kana is not conscious at the moment.
Okay. Basically, a not like, hey, like talk to us or things, but like, are their vitals okay? Are they breathing? Are they bleeding anywhere? That type of thing. Which I'm,
Kana
I'm
is breathing. They have vitals. There's a little bit of blood over their head. They it's a minor cut from when they punched him. Um,
okay. Um,
the students are all perfectly good health. They basically are just kind of shaken. Like there's definitely a little bit of trauma from the situation. Like once their masks are removed, they're processing it loudly.
so Kana gets one a Gretzko band-aid.
Okay. Um, so they don't respond because they're still all conscious. But
No, I mean that's fine. That's fine.
yeah, one of the students comments at how cute the band-aid looks. They're like, if I wasn't so worried about shitting my pants right now, I would really like this. I
I
needed.
give them I just give them a band-aid. Like, here, you can have this one. Um,
I would have probably preferred a wipe and a place to shower. Wait, didn't
so
that
hard.
guy Dave say that there was a cabin back in the back of this place? Another one of the students is like, "Yeah,
Y-
dude, it's right over there.
Yeah,
So that
yeah, on the
thing
other side of the
punched a hole. It's
property.
it's visible."
Oh my god. What kind of report are we supposed to write about this? They asked me for a report. What kind of report am I supposed to write about this?
I,
Yeah.
a report? What are you talking about?
Like, if I had to cut to an ending credit scene, it would literally be me like waving at the camera. It's like, no, 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 no.
All right, so let's cut the scene there. And I think we're good for tonight. What are you guys thinking?
We we did work today.
Yeah,
High five
definitely
to ES.
definitely did some work today.
We had
One real
harm.
combat, one impromptu combat. So we got two fights in. A little bit of film noir stuff, a little bit of sneaking. I think it was a very exciting episode of Tiebreaker today.
Good.
So with that, we will do the next time on Tidebreaker. All black everything. Kana is going to wake up and discover that they were very, very close to meeting their mother for the first time in years. What will happen with this when they find out the information? Sendo is going to have a little bit of a discovery when they go back and meet Adams. And ES has finally been reunited with their gym membership, who had been diligently passing out flyers to keep their gym open. What will they do when they find out that he's found other resources for pay? We'll find out next time on All Black Everything. All right, and with that, I am Follow My Blade. You can follow me on Twitter at Follow My Blade, TiebreakerRPG.com to find the game itself. Um, also, note, guys, Um, all of the art is done now. Our final editing pass has been finished. All I have to do is add in the backer reward stuff. Um, Basically, the list of their names and a couple of NPCs, which will get thrown onto the end of the book, and that's like a couple of minutes to edit whatever the backers wrote for their backstory. Um, and then we'll be at layout. So shout out to By Francita. If you need any graphic design needs, follow her at By Francita on Twitter. Um, so I'm really excited. So our final release for Tidebreaker is so close, guys. It's been a long couple of years making this game, and I'm really excited to play the game in the state it is in today. And I just really want to thank everybody that's played with us over the years, checked out the couple of streams that we've did. Shout out to Utopia for our first really big stream. Burst of Hope and
Hey.
Dem did us a solid, especially with Kiana S, where they were running their Archon setting that they
Mhm.
were promoting at the time. It was cool stuff. I wasn't in the cast at that time, but like I had a blast watching. But yeah, I mean that's me. Follow my Burlade at Twitter, TiebreakerRPG.com for the game. Stay tuned for more posts from the Kickstarter updates, and keep it heroic, y'all. So I'm gonna pass the mic on to Sin. Tell them
Hi,
where they
my
can find
name
you.
hi, it's me, Cynthia, your resident sunflower person. You can find me here on Twitch here on Sundays, Eldritch Tide on Mondays, playing games and other nerdery on Tuesdays. If you would care to see me in those places, or you can find me on Twitter at Cynthia Beta talking about world building and stories and culture and just general nerdery, and also occasionally just going, "What's wrong with y'all?"
What's going on? What's going on? With y'all crazy motherfuckers in this place.
You get silenced.
It
They
it
don't
it
catch
is
you.
it is honestly the way that is accurate. But there you go. That's me.
All right. So CJ, big dog, tell them where they can find you, homie.
Hi everyone, I am CJ, aka Scholastic Dragon. Scholastic like the book fair, dragon like the mythical creature. Drop the O. You can find me at that handle on Twitter and TikTok. I am a performer. Catch me doing this thing every 2 Sundays. Catch me doing, honestly, it's all on the same week. Catch me on Wednesdays during the same week as this, playing a guy over on Starlight Tales. And catch me on the finale of Stella Luna's channel, playing Ander Nahabi, just my self-insert ex. I forget. Nope. Sometimes words are hard. It's okay. Go over there and catch me doing that. And if you want to see me not playing men, see me play a lady eventually, as Black Girl Mage and the Strix cast. We get that going. Uh, Outside of that, I make small little games. If you like to be sad or gay, no other in betweens. Buy my games.
Word up. And with that, whoever's controlling the Twitch stream right now, matter of fact, we gotta find somebody to raid. And Stella
Raid.
Luna herself is on right now. She's
Oh
a
yeah.
friend of the Tiebreaker team. We played games with her too. Did a little fucking steampunk Skyrim joint with her. Like we
Ooh,
punched we punched Jarl Ulfric through a wall, and that was great.
rightfully.
Live with a
We
That's
big
fun.
ass mecha.
we
That
are
shit was cool.
Stella.
Yeah, Stan Stella Luna. She's great. She's doing a lot for supporting POCs and femme people in the community, and their work is fantastic. They've got a really good Dungeons and Dragons game going on right now. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to stick around, please join the raid. Tell her the boy said hi and thanks you for everything. Okay. And with that, I would say, yo, thank you for joining us tonight for Tiebreaker, all black everything, reduce, reuse, recycle. You know what I'm saying? Like we do it. We big out here. All right. All right. Much love to you, everybody.